Hello everyone, my name is Kavita Jadhav and our topic is Cognitive Architectures in HCI, guided by Mr. Palve sir, and the group members are Kavita Jadhav, Akansha Kotwal and Mohit Mahajan. Cognitive Architectures in HCI. Cognitive psychology is replete with theories about particular aspects of human cognition. A cognitive architecture is an attempt to build an integrated theory that encompasses a broad spectrum of what is known about human cognition and performance. Cognitive psychology is the scientific investigation of human cognition, that is, all our mental abilities like perceiving, learning, remembering, thinking, reasoning, and understanding. The term cognition stems from the Latin word cognoscere, or to know, abstract. This paper serves as an overview and introduction to a symposium of the same name. The symposium is made up of this introduction and six other papers on cognitive architecture in HCI. As many readers may not be familiar with cognitive architectures, a description of what cognitive architectures are is represented first in an effort to be assembled to a wide audience. What is cognitive architectures? There are multiple ways to answer this question. In one sense, a cognitive architecture is a theoretical entity. That is, it is a broad theory of human cognition based on a wide selection of experimental data. Cognitive psychology is a replete with theories about particular aspects of human cognition. A cognitive architecture is an attempt to build an integrated theory that here is the diagram how cognitive architectures works. The task informant, and timestamp behavior stem. Sorry, I missed to. Uh, Task knowledge is supplied to cognitive architecture. Task informant is interact with cognitive architecture and it produces the timestamp behavior stream. Cognitive architectures. Cognitive architectures progress and models of more and more complex and interactive tasks are built. It is increasingly common that the architecture is connected to a complex simulation of the environment in which the task is performed. In some cases, the cognitive architecture interact directly with the actual software that humans use to perform the task. In other case, in other cases, some form of connecting software must be constructed behavior stream as depicted in figure 1 in the last figure. Um, Structure of model-based cognitive architecture. Presently, cognitive architectures are primarily research tools housed in academic laboratories. However, this is changing. There are now numerous consulting technical companies who, among the other things, employ cognitive architectures in their work and even provide models developed with cognitive architectures to their clients. Cognitive architectures in SCI. It may not be it may not be cognitive architectures in HCI. It may not be immediately apparent what research on cognitive architecture has to offer HCI. On the surface, this kind of research often looks like highly theoretical cognitive science, particularly when the researchers get embroiled in debates about the ramifications of low level features of the architecture. Okay, over to you, Akansha.
Cognitive models as design and evaluation aids. When an electrical or aerospace engineer design or evaluate a design, she has at her disposal a wide variety of tools, both qualitative and quantitative, to assist with the task. These engineers disciplines have a strong quantitative science base at their core which enables such tools. The same has generally not been true for usability engineer. Cognitive models in lieu of human users. Cognitive models in lieu of human users. The fact that these models are executable in real time means they have a number of other HCI relevant applications that may not be immediately apparent. One such use in intelligent tutoring system. Consider the LISP tutor. The tutoring system contain an architecture bus running computational model. HCI challenges for cognitive science. As it turns out, the relationship between cognitive architecture and HCI is reciprocal, just as cognitive architectures can contribute positively to research and practice in HCI. Tackling HCI problems is useful and informative for research in cognitive architecture. As mentioned, cognitive science has taken a divide and conquer approach to study the human cognition, models, and theories in one domain of study. These are the ACTR applications. First one is education, second one is computer generated forces, third one is neuroscience, fourth one is human computer interaction, and last one is cognitive psychology. Applications of cognitive architecture. The main application of cognitive architecture ACTR is recently researchers on cognitive science focus on a working process of the human brain that is resembled in various real-time applications. They show that the design of learning system that is based on integration of Anderson's ACTR learning theory could be able to properly analyze a learner's behavior, know his or her cognitive state. It considers each student has a cognitive profile and which can help the individual to be able to develop his or her learning skill and strategies in the light of useful self-knowledge. The system should learn like a human and should recognize the new skill, which is main objective of the cognitive science. Open issues and future work. Open issues and future works are while track record of cognitive architecture in HCI is impressive. They are in many ways still work in progress. There are many challenges that have yet to be addressed by cognitive architectures. The good news is research has been initiated on the many of these issues and in many cases early reports of progress are promising. Over to you, Mohit.
Yes. Uh, Theoretical coverage. The theoretical coverage, while cognitive architecture strive to be compressive, compressive incorporating the full range of the perception, cognitive and motor control is obviously a significant challenge. Unsurprisingly, there are the great many gaps in that in what has been covered by cognitive architecture, technical and particular hurdles. There are other bring to be to the widespread adoptions of cognitive architecture in SCI beyond theoretical coverage. Just as with those issues, however, progress in being made on a number of fronts. Probably the largest problem in principle and in practical is the knowledge of engineering. Automated tellers, machines, and many information kiosks are of the general types. However, even in this case, user generally do come to the task with the surprisingly substantial amount of knowledge, even if the knowledge is not specified to that particular interface. For example, novice users of the ATM are assumed to be able to read and to understand the mapping between instructions printed on the display and the actions they are to take. While this makes seems like fairly traveling knowledge, it is so implicate for the most people that the subtitles involved are easy to under underreplicate. Recent advanced representation in the symposium, while numerous advances in the variety of the areas were described in the previous sections, the symposium service to highlight a number of the of other research program in cognitive architecture with a particularly strong connections to the SI world. The reminder of the paper service as the introduction and overview of the work in other effect to frame of the paper in the larger context of cognitive architecture and SAI. Conclusion: I would like to thank all of the symposium author for their excellent contribution to research to the session. I would also like to acknowledge the financial support of the official of naval research under the grade number of N001403100094 and the National Aeron Aeronautics and Space Administration undergrad number NCC 2 1219. Thank you.